Namaste, namaste, and welcome to Friday Night Yoga. It is now June, and so we are embracing the energy of summer, which we're hoping will stay with us as it's been a bit of an up and down year. And with that energy of summer in mind, we're going to work today on stimulating the solar plexus. So that's the center of the body, just underneath the rib cage, the energy center on the meditating man that is yellow. And it is said to have the power of the sun, the energy of the sun in our center. It's like our own internal battery. So if we can stimulate and energize it, we feel more vital in general, which is quite nice. It can get overstimulated too. So towards the end of the class, we'll do some cooling, quietening practices to bring us back to center. But let's begin by just sitting tall. So if you are sitting on a chair, sit towards the front of the seat so you're not leaning into the back. Allow yourself to feel your feet on the floor, flat on the floor, using a little step or block underneath your feet if you need to. Feel your bottom on the chair, maybe the backs of your legs at the top. And from those stable foundations, allow the body to grow tall. Feel just a gentle lifting. There's no rigidity, there's no forcing, there's no gripping in the body. We're just finding length and space. Rest your hands wherever they're comfortable. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing that, or just gaze gently downward. And bring your body to a sort of centered stillness. Take this moment to step away from the rest of your life, from the things to do, the what's for dinner, maybe the conflicts or interactions that you've had in your day and your week, the things that you feel are work. And bring yourself into your yoga space. Embrace this time, this place, this moment. And as you do, perhaps you already feel a sense of lightness, lightening the load. As you bring your mind to focus on how your body feels in this moment. Notice areas of the body that feel perhaps a little tired. Maybe you have a bit of tension that you can wriggle out during the class. Maybe you have some areas of discomfort. Notice this. There's no judgment, we're just observing. And then find one part of the body that's quieter, peaceful, where the body feels at ease. And notice this too. Become aware of your breath, the one that you're breathing right now, without changing the breath. Allowing the breath to come in and out through the nostrils. Observing the coolness of air as you breathe in. And the warmth of the breath as it leaves the body. The sensation of the breath. When you're ready, you can gently deepen your breath. As you exhale, draw your belly muscles in just a touch to exhale more fully. And then as you breathe in, breathe deeply into the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. Breathing out slowly, deeply, gently engaging across the navel to exhale more fully. And then breathing into the sides of the body, the chest, the back. Breathing out slowly and deeply, engaging across your navel to exhale completely. Breathing fully in, exploring all the spaces in the torso you can move the breath into. And carrying on in this rhythm, a very energizing breath, stimulating that space, that solar plexus space underneath the rib cage as well. At the end of your next exhalation, allow your chin to gently come towards your chest as much as feels comfortable without forcing, just accepting gravity. Feel the length down the back of the neck, across the shoulders, between the shoulder blades. And then try gently rolling your right ear towards your right shoulder, your chin back to your chest. Nice steady movements, left ear towards left shoulder. And chin to chest. Let's go side to side. If this really doesn't suit you, you can try keeping the head upright and simply turning the nose in one direction and then the other, or taking the ear to the shoulder from upright. Make sure that whatever you're doing feels useful. So we don't want any really intense feelings first thing in our practice. We want to avoid overstretching, over lengthening. And instead, feel that perhaps you're warming the areas up, down the sides of the neck, into the top of the back, the chest, across the top of the shoulders, into the jaw, up around the ears. If it's useful, you can stop at a place, just take a couple of deeper breaths, allowing the body to be still, but the breath to keep moving. And if you've stopped on your left side or your right, swapping to the opposite side, to find a place that just feels like it might benefit from a little extra breath. And when you're ready, returning your chin to your chest and then bringing your head upright from center. You can open your eyes if they've been closed, or relax your arms down to your sides. And we're just going to swing the arms a little backwards and forwards. We're trying to keep the shoulders nice and soft, the arms nice and relaxed. Take care not to whack yourself on your chair. And when you feel like the arms are feeling nice and relaxed, you maybe have a sensation of blood in the fingertips. You can let the arms come to steadiness and simply roll your shoulders. And as you do that, feel the chest expanding and then the upper back broadening as the shoulders come forward. Chest expanding as shoulders go back, upper back broadening as the shoulders come forward. Allow your head to move as you move. So the neck is not rigid as your spine is moving, as your shoulders are moving. We'll do one more. And then just resting the shoulders down. We're going to come up onto our feet for some standing practice. So you can take your chairs to one side. I do because I'm making use of the space, but you can also just leave your chair as long as you're not going to touch it with your hands. We're going to take our feet nice and wide apart, a little softness in the knees. And you can bounce into your feet a little bit, and we can move the weight from side to side as we do that. Just a gentle bounce, don't hurt your knees. Gentle bounce and feel your feet really sticking to the floor, getting grounded on the feet themselves. So when you come to center between the feet, you feel the support from both sides the same, and the feet are really strongly grounded. And that means when we relax our arms, firm the belly muscles, and gently begin to twist from side to side, we don't feel like we're going to fall off our feet. They're nice and strong. A little softness in the knees helps to take any torquing, any twisting motion out of that joint. You can allow your knees perhaps a little bounce just as you move from side to side. Keeping a touch of firmness in the center of the belly, because we want to feel stable, not rigid, but stable. And if you want to, you can pivot on your toes. So just pointing your toe as you turn away from it, feeling that twist come across the pelvis. And as we do this, perhaps a little bend of the knees in the middle, a dip and twist, dip and twist. Soft shoulders, relaxed arms, let your head follow your movement. A little firmness in the belly, perhaps a little firmness in the buttocks. And we're just going from side to side. This twisting that's happening across our center is stimulating that Manipura chakra. Sorry, I called it the solar plexus earlier. Oh yes, it is solar plexus. Ignore me. Manipura chakra is the Sanskrit name for the solar plexus. Oh my word. It's been a busy day, guys. Busy day. Okay, when you're ready, you can let your bend go and your pivot go, and just bring your feet back to steadiness and sway your body back to stillness, losing momentum a little at a time. When you come back to steadiness, perhaps you want to square your feet. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And just standing tall, observing the effect of your practice. So hopefully you feel vibration of energy through your body. We're going to bring our arms to cactus arms. So this is arms out at shoulder height, right angle bend at the elbow. We have our fingers nicely spread. And here you can draw your elbows slightly back behind you to feel openness in your chest and perhaps a touch of engagement across the upper back. Again, we're going to soften the knees and twist. We don't twist as far. We're trying to twist with the upper body. So a little more firmness in the belly. Again, let the head move with the body so it doesn't lead the movement. And it's a smaller movement, but you'll feel it across your waist and in your upper body a bit more. And then from here, we're going to reach one arm across the body and then the other. You can free the feet here as well. So reaching one arm, draw the opposite elbow back behind you. So you really feel the engagement of the upper back on that bent arm side. Very good. And again, stimulating in the center as we twist through that space just underneath the ribcage. Let's reach up and pull the opposite elbow down. So it's almost like a diagonal reach across the body. Pulling the opposite elbow down. Again, opening that space in the front of the chest, engaging that space behind the shoulder. Now reach down, pulling the opposite elbow up. Very good. Very nice, nice and dynamic. That's what we're after. Okay, and we're going to finish by coming back to the center, reaching across the body, just a couple of times to each side. And then allow your feet to come to steadiness and yourself to sway back to your center. When you do, rolling your shoulders just nice and slowly. Really lovely. And as you roll your shoulders up, notice you increase the space just at the bottom of the rib cage there. Again, so strange kind of gentle opening for that solar plexus area. Okay, so here we're going to do a little bit more with our arms. I know we've done quite a lot with the shoulders. I tell you what, we'll stop and do some hips and we'll come back to that. That's what we'll do. Hands onto the hips, guys. And again, with softish knees, just gently tucking your tailbone under to bring your pelvis forward, and then tucking your tailbone out to stick your bottom out. Tucking under and tucking out. You don't have to make as big of a movement as this. The more you have your knees bent, the more opportunity you have to find that range of movement. And we're just trying to wiggle out any tension in the low back, but at the same time, stimulate these muscles in the bottom of the abdomen. Very nice, very strengthening, better than sit-ups. Oh yes. There we are. We'll do one more backwards and forwards. And then we're going to take our hips in a circle. So keeping the feet nice and firm, you can have your hands on your hips or you can just rest your arms wherever is comfortable for you. Taking your hips in a circle, see if you can do it, keeping your chest nice and centered. So you're really moving with the muscles that come down the side of the abdomen and the front of the abdomen. You can feel perhaps the buttocks firing and the muscles down the side of the low back, the quadratus lumborum. Oh, I could blind you with the science, but I shan't bother. Let's go in the opposite direction as well. So keeping this centered space in the chest and wiggling the hips all the way around. Good stuff. Oh, I can see some very good hip action. And this is a lovely thing to do to stimulate those core muscles, to build strength, but also to wriggle out any tension at the end of our working week. Come back to the center, relax the legs to be a bit longer and give them a shake, because when we hold them ever so slightly bent, we fire up these bigger muscles at the front of the legs. They can get fatigued too. Okay, so now let's come back to our shoulders. We're going to take the knees, a little softness here. You can rest your right hand wherever is comfortable, perhaps on your hip, perhaps just by your side. We're going to bend the left elbow out to the left side and then make big circles with the left elbow, the arm bent, because it's easier on the shoulder to do it with a bent arm. It's a shorter lever to move. If this feels like too big of a movement for your shoulder, you can rest your fingertips on your shoulder and you make that lever even smaller and the shoulder less strained still. If you want to, as you build into your movement, you can move your whole torso and your neck and your hips as your shoulder moves. Notice the movement of the arm and how it connects into the rest of the body. And let's go the opposite way as well. So you can start small if you want to, just with a nice soft arm. And then when you're ready, you can move the rest of your torso. And the idea is to move in a way that feels really natural and really flowy, but without any strain. A little firmness in the belly and the buttocks, just to help support the movement that we're making. We'll do one more in this direction. And rest the left arm down to the side. Notice the difference between the two sides of the body. We do a lot of work in this class on the upper back because as we age, most people tend to fold forward a little bit here. So we get very tight in the chest and long in the muscles of the upper back that become weakened. So we do a lot to open and engage those muscles in the upper back and to lengthen these muscles across the chest as well. For this reason, to keep us open-hearted as well. Okay, let's do our right side. So soft knees, right arm bent at the elbow or fingertips onto the shoulder if you prefer, and then making a nice big circle. You can start small and build up to it. Just go where your shoulder wants to go. And you'll notice that this side is different from the other side. That's okay. We're allowed to have our sides do their own thing. Whenever you're ready, you can firm the belly and the buttocks and allow your head and the rest of your spine to move as your arm moves. And do whatever feels good to you. So if it makes you feel dizzy to do total wiggling around, then don't do total wiggling around. We'll do one more in this direction, and then we should go the opposite way. And again, you can start small with the torso more steady, but whenever you're ready, allow your body to move as your arm moves. And so we're not trying, in Pilates, they isolate the movements of one part of the body a little bit more. So it's more common practice in Pilates. And this is quite good if you're trying to do a very specific strengthening or stabilizing. But in yoga, we work more with the whole body. So we want to notice how the body is connected. We want the body to move as a unit, to be functional in our movements. One more in this direction. And then resting your arm down to your side, just standing tall on the legs, noticing how it feels across the chest, across the back, maybe in the shoulders as well. And it's a lot of shoulder work if you're not used to doing it. So if you need to wiggle your shoulders at any time, you can relax them. You can turn your head from side to side if you've got a bit of tension in the back of the neck. You can smile. That helps to release tension from our throats and our faces as well. Okay, so let's come back to our hips. And this time, because we've warmed up the sides of the body a little bit, we can take the hands onto the hips, and instead of making the chest stay still as we move the hips around, we're going to allow our body to move as our hips move. So a little firmness in the belly and the buttocks, soft in the knees, making your hip circles whatever suits you best. So if you prefer to do a smaller circle, that's okay. I've just got a little twinge in this side. We're going to go the opposite way. So today I'm not doing quite as much as I might do on this leg here. I feel it's a sympathetic twinge. Maybe there's somebody in class who's got a twinge as well. Okay, coming back to center, we're going to relax the arms down to the side. Just give them a shake backwards and forwards. Let them really relax. Let it go. Not like the song from Frozen. Apologies for anyone who's been subjected to that a lot. And then when you're ready, you can bring your arms back to center and just give your legs a little shake as well. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so we've been working this on Wednesday and for the rest of this month on dynamic flowing postures. So postures that we work more than one at a time all together to make a flow, or sometimes it's called a vinyasa. And we've been looking at different ways to do a sun salutation, but today I wanted to share with you the earth salutation. So for this, we're going to do it with our chair in front of us, with the back of the chair in front. So we don't want it to be really close to the body, so a little bit away, so that we can reach out to gently rest the fingertips there if needed. And we're going to fold forward in our earth salutation, but we'll step our feet back as we come into a forward bend. Okay, so facing onto your chair, we're going to roll the palms of the hands forward. And as you do that, the shoulder blades can come towards each other and you can open your chest a little bit more. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Find your feet are nice and centered on the floor, firm in the belly and in the buttocks. Let's start with a cleansing breath. So we breathe in, take the arms out and up. You can look up if that suits you. Firm in the belly, bring the palms together and breathe out as you bring your hands down to the center of your chest. We'll do one more just like that. Breathing in, reaching out and up, looking up, breathing out, hands together at the center of the chest. Now we're going to hold a beach ball over our heads. So breathe in, reach your arms up, and then separate your arms as if you were holding a beach ball over your head. And as you breathe out, draw your shoulders down. Here we're going to breathe in and reach our beach ball over to the right side. Breathing out back to the center. Breathing in, reach the beach ball over to the left. Breathing out back to center. Let's do it one more time to each side. Breathe in to the right. Breathe out back to center. Breathe into the left. Breathe out back to the center. Now we're going to twist. So as you twist to the right, reach the left hand forward and the right hand back behind you. Soften your knees to make that twist comfortable on the knees, and then come back to the center, back to holding your beach ball over your head. Twist to the left, reach the right hand forward and the left hand backwards, about shoulder height, soft in the knees, and then come back to the center, reaching the arms over the head. So we're going to breathe in as we twist to the right, breathe out as we return to the center, holding our beach ball, breathing out, twist to the left, and breathing out, return to the center. Then we're going to breathe in, reach the arms up and look up. And as you breathe out, float your arms down to your side and take your hands behind your back. Turn the backs of your hands to your back. Then we're going to breathe in, open the chest and look up. Use the hands on the back as support. Keep the elbows back, shoulder blades together, firm in the belly and the buttocks. And then breathe out, come back to the center with your body. Relax your arms and reach them forward. Then we're going to breathe in as we step the feet back and fold forward from the hips, soft in the knees, and breathe out as we hold in our chair variation of downward facing dog. So here, press into your hands so that you're not relaxing into that space underneath the armpits. Firm in your belly, soft in your knees, lengthen your tailbone out behind you. And here you can just gently turn your head from one side to the other, just to make sure you haven't got any tension in the back of your neck. And we're going to lengthen one leg and then the other, so you get a little sway of your hips from side to side. When you're ready, you can come back to the center, look towards your chair, press into the back of the chair and step your feet forwards as your torso comes up. And then reach the arms down by the side. So this is our Earth Salute. It's these motions. We're going to do it through a couple of times. Maybe let's try for 3 times. But when we did our practice round, we did everything twice. But this time we just do everything once. Okay, now I might turn myself to face onto you. Is that okay if I have the chair in front of me? Well, I'll do it one like this and then I'll change. Okay, so standing close to your chair, but not too close, so you've got plenty of room to step back behind you and you're not right up close to the chair. Take your arms down to your side, turn the palms forward and roll your shoulder blades towards each other. Lengthen through the crown of your head, feet underneath your hips, firm belly, firm buttocks. Let's take one cleansing breath. Breathe in, reach the arms out and up, lift the arms over the head, and breathe out, hands to the center of the chest. Now beach ball. Breathe in, reach back up, but separate the hands, and as you breathe out, draw your shoulders down. Breathe in, reach over to your right, press your feet into the floor, firm your belly, breathe out back to the center, always through the nose if you can. Breathe in over to the left and breathe out back to the center. Now we're going to twist. Breathe in, reach the left hand forward, the right hand backwards as you twist to the right. Breathe out back to center, holding your beach ball. Breathe in, twist to the left, reaching the right hand forward, soft knees. Breathing out back to the center. We're going to breathe in as we reach the arms up and breathe out as we turn the palms and float the arms down to the side. Turn the backs of the hands to the low back. Firm the belly, draw the elbows back behind you. Breathe in as you look up and open your chest. Breathe out as you come back to center. Release the hands, place them onto the chair. Breathe in as you step your feet back, lengthening your torso, bending from the hips, soft in the knees to hold a downward facing dog. Breathing here. Doing anything that feels good. So don't forget to press into the hands, lift the belly, keep the knees soft. And if you want to, you can keep both knees nicely bent and sway your hips from side to side. It's a really nice way to create a bit of length across the low back, but also releasing tension there. To come up, press your hands firmly down, look at your seat, walk your feet in, and take a moment here. Sometimes we're a little dizzy as we come up, but you can take a moment here or relax your arms down to your side as you choose. Let's do it through one more time and then we'll have a little rest. So standing facing your chair, turning the palms forward, drawing the shoulder blades back and down, firming the belly and the buttocks. Breathe in, reach the arms out and up. Breathing out, hands to the center of the chest. Breathe in, reach back up, separate the hands and breathe out as the shoulders come down. Breathe in, lengthen over to the right side bend, breathing out back to center. Breathing in, lengthen to the left. Breathing out back to the center. Breathing in, twist to the right, let the arms come down to shoulder height. Breathe out back to the center. Breathing in, twist to the left. Breathing out back to the center. Breathe in, reach the arms up, open your chest, and breathe out as you reach the arms down to the sides. Turn the backs of the hands to the lower back. Roll the shoulder blades towards each other. Breathe in, open your chest. Use your arms to support, firm in your belly. Breathing out back to the center. Reach the hands forwards. Breathe in as you step your feet backwards, bending from your hips, pressing down into your hands. Keep breathing, lengthening your tailbone behind you, maybe just tipping. Imagine you're sticking your bottom out, so tipping the top of the pelvis forward, lifting in the belly, soft in the knees, long in the back of the neck, turning the head a little if you need to. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out, and then as you breathe in, press into the chair, look forward. As you breathe out, step forward. And if you want to, you can relax your arms down, and if you need a bit more support, hold on to the chair. Take a moment just to roll the shoulders, wiggle out any tension from our practice, because that's when we build strength and stability, sometimes we grip a little bit hard. And if you want to, you can bring your hands to the center of your chest, lift your chest and just gently bring your chin towards your chest. We're not looking for really intense here. We're just looking for a little length and a soft smile to relax the throat, the tension across the face. Whenever you're ready, raising your head, releasing your hands and opening your eyes. Hopefully in some order akin to that. Wonderful stuff, guys. Okay, so we might do a little balance while we're here because we can. Oh, how exciting. But I want to prepare the hips a little bit more for that. So using your chair for support, taking your right hand to the chair, left hand to your hip, we're going to stand onto the right leg, make the knee a little soft. So we don't want to lock that leg absolutely straight. We want the knee a little soft. And we're just going to make small circles with the right knee, left knee, the opposite knee. There we are. So we're just doing a little stirring. Now, if it feels not so great to have your left foot off the floor, you can keep your left foot on the floor and just run it backwards and forwards. Again, a little softness in the right knee. Those who are circling the knee, going the opposite way as well. Just letting the hip get a bit more movement. The hips have got a great range of movement if we keep using it. Okay, we're going to release the foot to the floor, and now everybody's going to point their left toe forward, swing the left foot behind, and then swing the left foot in front. See if you can cross over behind your body and in front. Firm in your belly, feel the buttock of the left leg working. Perhaps you can switch the right one on as well. Doesn't need to be much, just a little. Very good. Come back to center, stand on both feet for a moment, then come up onto your tiptoes, and we're going to flex the left foot and just swing the left foot forwards and backwards. You might need to hold the chair with both hands. You can have your left arm out to the side if you like. No worries. Fantastic stuff. And then bringing the feet together, floating the heels to the floor. Observe the difference between the two sides. Wiggle anything that needs wiggling. I'm going to swap to the side like this, but you may be able to just step across to the opposite side of your chair. And then we will start by allowing the left knee just a touch of softness, lift in the belly, and making circles with the right knee. So you can always do the alternative of the foot on the floor if you would like to. We want to keep our chest upright if we can, so we make this movement more with the hip than any other part of the body. Let's go in the opposite direction as well. This is the direction that I get a bit of clonking and clicking. Now, if you do experience that as well, try not to push through it. Make your movement a bit smaller or support with the buttocks and the belly a bit more to see if you can stabilize the hips as you move. When you're ready, you can float your right foot to the floor, pointing the toe in front of you, and just draw a circle with the right foot around behind the body. See if you can cross the legs and in front of the body as well. You can keep a little softness in your left knee, that's no problem at all. Try to keep firmness in the belly, firmness in your right buttock, left buttock too perhaps. Very good. Use the chair for as much support as you need to. I can't remember how many we did on the last side, so we're going to do one more after this one. Talking and counting, not my strong suit. Okay, bring the feet together. Just take a moment to stand on both feet at the same time. I'm going to bring my chair a bit closer to me so that I've got it really supporting for this next move. Come up onto both tiptoes and then flex the right foot and just swing the right leg backwards and forwards. You might want to hold the chair with both hands. Try not to swing yourself off your feet. Woohoo, she says. Lifting the chest, keeping the buttock and the belly nice and firm. You can even reach your right arm out to the right if it's helpful. Very good. And then bringing the feet back together, floating the heels down to the floor. And we're going to bend both knees. So you can hold your chair if you want to. We're going to bend both knees and sit our bottoms down, not onto anything, but in that direction, and then come back up to standing. Let's do this in front of the seats. So, standing in front of your seat, so it's there if you go down too far and you want to just sit. We want the feet to be around about the width of our hips or the width of your body, not too wide and not too narrow. Make sure your feet are pointing forward. If that suits you, some people like their toes turned out a touch, if that suits you better. We're going to firm our belly muscles and reach our hands forward as we bend the knees and reach our bottoms backwards. Don't have to go very far down. And then we're going to stand tall, reach the arms down to the side. So we're going to breathe in as we reach the hands forward, firm belly, firm buttocks, and breathe out as we come back to standing upright. A little squat. This is called chair pose or Utkatasana. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. See if you can keep your weight behind you in your heels. Breathing in, breathing out. And we'll do one more. Good job. Breathing in, breathing out. Oh, I'm super impressed, guys. I saw everybody on the screen doing that. That was brilliant. Give your legs a bit of a shake. We have been working a bit more on stability and strength this term, and that is a really good one to do. Okay, I know I keep faffing with my chair, but it's just because I can. So we're going to come to do our standing balance now, and we're doing tree pose. So I'll show you how to do it with your chair, and you can choose to do it with or without your chair, whatever suits you best. So we're going to stand on the right leg first, spread your right toes out, keep a little softness in that knee so that you've got some pliability in your ankle, your knee, like shock absorbers in the car. They help us to balance. Turn out your left toes and then just rest the left heel against the inside of the right ankle. Now, if that's too much turnout for your hips, you can point your knee more forward, or you can have it all the way forward if you like. So the left toes are on the floor at the moment. We're going to firm the buttock of the standing leg. That's the right leg. So it's not sticking out to the side, it's right over the right foot. And then firm the belly muscles and lift tall. If you want to, you can slide your left foot up to your calf. You can find there's a little bit just sort of above the calf muscle that the left heel fits nicely into. If you want to go higher, you can find that little bit just above your knee to put your heel into. And if you want to go all the way, you can place your heel right up at the top of your right thigh. I'm going to hold a little bit further down because, you know, you can. And here we're firming both buttocks. So we do that to open the left knee to the left, firm in the belly, resting the left hand at the heart, using the right hand for support. If you want to have a go at balancing proper, find a point of focus ahead of you that is not moving, gaze there, and bring both hands to the center of the chest to rest them in Namaste. If that feels comfortable, feel free to grow your tree tall, reaching your arms into that beach ball hold that we did earlier, shoulders down, palms wide apart. Wherever you are, take one more breath in, one more breath out, releasing hands down if you need to. Turn your knee forward to point forward and step onto both feet. When you do, that will feel like a great relief for your right leg. So take your weight onto your left leg and give your right leg a bit of a shake. Give both legs a bit of a shake. And remember, you can always do this, keeping the toes on the floor. There's no need to stand just on one leg. I'm going to switch my chair to the opposite side, just so I can face you to keep demonstrating. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side, noticing the difference between how the legs feel right now. Spread out the left toes. Allow the left foot to give you the biggest surface area possible to balance on. Soften the left knee just a touch and turn out the right knee, resting the right ankle against the right heel against the left ankle. We're going to stop this left hip from sticking out by firming the buttock and bringing the hip over the ankle. Firm in the belly, lift through the crown of the head so the back of the neck is long. And then if you want to, you can rest your left hand to your right hand even to your heart, left hand on the seat. And you can move your right foot up to that notch just underneath the knee, just above the knee, or if you want to, all the way up to the top of the thigh. The higher up the leg you get, the more action you need to do with your legs. And you actually press the sole of the right foot into the standing leg to make the shape hold. Find a point of focus ahead of you that's not moving. If you wish to, you can bring both hands to the center of your chest. If you feel steady and stable and you've got that lift and that space, you can grow your tree upwards with one hand or both hands, doing your beach ball hold with your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. When you're ready to release out, you can bring the hands down, take hold of the chair if you want to, turn your right knee to point forward, step onto both feet, take your weight onto your right foot and just give your left leg a bit of a shake. Fantastic stuff. Brilliant stuff, guys. Okay, so we're going to come back to sitting because it is chair yoga, and despite the fact that it's called chair yoga, it is increasingly misnamed, I think. The chair is merely for support. And if you've got your blanket handy, it will be relaxation shortly, so it's a good time to grab hold of things that will keep you warm. But before we do that, I thought we should maybe just finish with a little bit more of a twist or two and a forward bend as well. So coming to sit on your seat and taking your knees nice and wide apart, whatever feels good for you, turning the toes out if that feels good as well. You don't need to turn them all of the way, it's just a little bit. With the knees apart, sitting to the edge of your seat, firming the belly, lifting tall, we're going to take our arms into cactus arms like we did at the beginning of the class. And here, we're going to do a little spiraling, okay? So we're going to twist to the left and then return to the center. Side bend to the right, reach the right arm across the belly and the left arm to the right side. Return to the center, cactus arms, and then twist to the right, but draw the left elbow towards the right knee. So a little sort of folded twist and return to center. So relax the arms down. We'll do the same thing to the other side, but all of the while we need to press the feet into the floor. So we are almost on the verge of standing up. We've got that much downward pressure into the feet. So we're very stable in the hips and the pelvis and firm in the belly. Let's do it to the left side. So we first twist to the right. I know that doesn't make any sense. And then return to the center. Then we're going to bend to the left, reaching the left arm across the belly and the right arm over the head. Return to our cactus arms. And then we're going to fold. So we twist first and then fold a little bit, right elbow towards the left knee and return to the center. Let's repeat to the other side. So we twist to the left, upright twist. Unrevolve to center, reach the right arm to the left and the left arm over the body as we lean to the right, firm in the feet, return to the center, firm in the belly, and then we twist and fold just a little, left elbow to right knee, return to center. One last time. We're going to twist to the right, return to center, lean over to the left, reach the left arm across the belly, the right arm to the left, return to center, cactus arms, and then gently twist to the left and fold, right elbow towards left knee, return to center, and then we're going to relax our arms down to the side, roll in the shoulders, turn the feet to face forward, and we're going to take a forward bend. So to forward bend, we usually open the space in the front of the body first. You can have your knees closer together if you know it suits you. Buttocks perhaps just a touch further back on your seat for support. Breathe in, take the arms wide, open your chest. And as you breathe out, bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. Slide your hands forward and follow them down to wherever feels good for you. So feel that you can rest your chest onto your thighs, or you can broaden the thighs enough to allow the chest to come between the legs if you like. Wherever you are, observe perhaps a gentle lengthening across the low back. Allow the back of the neck to be nice and relaxed. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then press the feet firmly into the floor. Hands slide up to the knees. Press the hands into the tops of the thighs to just gently help your torso back to upright. Relax your arms down. Lengthen your feet out in front of you a touch. I'll just turn slightly to the side and just roll the feet from side to side, or you can wiggle the ankles. So you get a little rolling in the hips here. You can go the opposite way as well. Awesome sauce. And then we will come to do our relaxation. So if you need something underneath your feet to support the soles of the feet on the floor, we're really aiming to have the knees directly out in front of the hips so that there's no strain on the hip to sit. And we can shift ourselves back into our seat to relax the back. And if you are inclined to, you can recline for this. So you can lie down on a sofa with a gentle recline, or on your bed, or on the floor. If you're a mat yogi, that's what you would be doing, relaxation on the floor. And then we will bring the hands to the tops of the thighs, wherever is good for you. Close your eyes. Feel your body surrendering its weight back and down. Soften the features of your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Allow your breath to find a deep but gentle rhythm. And observe how your body is feeling now. You might have areas that feel like you've made a big effort. You've developed stability, strength, perhaps a little fatigue. You may have areas of the body that are feeling more relaxed, more spacious. Maybe you've been able to let go of a bit of tension. Take a deep breath in and sigh out through your mouth. Repeat 3 more times. A deep breath in, let all of the effort of practice go. A deep breath in, let your muscles begin to relax. Last breath in, and totally surrender your weight back and down. Allow your breath to fall away into quietness, finding a natural rhythm. Take your awareness into your forehead, feel it soften, the area between your eyes relaxing, the area around the eyes spreading, the tongue and jaw releasing. Move your awareness to the back of your body. Feel the whole of the back of the body is heavy, but warm, supported, and releasing down. Move your awareness to the front of your body, becoming aware of the space over you and around you. Feel the touch of air on your face. Feel the movement of your clothes against your skin as you breathe. Feel the weight and the warmth of your hands against your legs. Draw your awareness to your breath. With every breath in, focus on something really helpful. You're breathing in vitality, energy, light, harmony, peace. And as you breathe out, let go of things that are unhelpful. Breathing out tension, fatigue, discomfort, conflict. anger. Breathing in love. Breathing out anything which doesn't serve you. Continue breathing in this way for the remainder of your relaxation. Your body and mind relaxing a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your hands by rubbing the thumb pad over the finger pads. Wiggle your fingers, roll your wrists. Bring your awareness back to your feet by wiggling your toes and rolling your ankles. When you feel ready, take a deep breath in and stretch the arms, maybe the legs as well. Maybe stretch your face in a yawn. Make any movements that feel good. This kind of stretching we do after a period of stillness is called pandiculation. It's a ripple through the body. And you see animals do it all the time. It's incredibly good for us. Best way to start your day. When you're ready, placing your hands over the center of your chest. Taking this moment to feel that inner sunshine that we have been creating and building during the class. Allow it to blossom forth onto your face as a smile and open your eyes. Namaste, guys. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed your practice. And I look forward to seeing you next time.